Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face, she don't play. Aries chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, Autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time. Keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies. So you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got some for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah. What she wanna do? Live life, live life. She live what she wanna do. Live life, live life. She live what she wanna do. Live life, live life. She live what she wanna do. Live life, live life, live life. Live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. What's up, y'all? Hey, it's episode 97. Are y'all surprised? Are y'all surprised to see me again, like 2 weeks in a row? Because it was like 2 months and I wasn't doing anything. Like, is anybody surprised, or is it like a pleasant surprise, or is it like, oh, we knew you was gonna come back strong? I don't know. Tap in, let me know. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, thank you. If you're not watching on YouTube, if you are listening right now on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, that's fine too. But I do want to let you guys know that I do have content on YouTube. If you go to litlifepodcast.com, you'll be and click on the videos tab. Anytime that I upload a video to YouTube, it uploads to my website automatically. Shout out to Pod Page, because I was doing that shit by myself for a minute when I was using the other whatever the hell I was using, Gator or whoever, and it was the worst. But anyways, so just wanted to let y'all know that. Before I get into the episode though, I guess I can kind of check in with y'all. It's been a while. I think my last episode dropped in March before I went on the cabin trip. Um, and the cabin trip, I'm sure that you guys have listened to everybody else's podcast now, or have been on everybody else's Instagram, and they have posted pictures of us at the cabin. I don't know why I haven't posted the pictures yet. Like, I don't know why I'm hoarding them. Maybe I will sometime soon, but y'all know, when I take that social media break in March, because y'all know I take a social media break every March. And when I take that social media break, it's like sometimes it's very hard to come back. I don't know why. I can't really like explain it, but it's tough, right? Anyways, so I haven't really posted much. I posted for my birthday. My birthday was April 1st. I just did a happy birthday, whatever, to me. And posted, just like last week, I posted some of the cover art from the podcast that I recorded months ago. I mean, that just goes to show you how much I haven't really been on social media. But anyways, the cabin trip was amazing. Like, I hope y'all have watched Podcast Happy Hour. And that's what I hope. I hope that you guys have gone to Jay's Quick Threes, either website or the YouTube, or if you just go to YouTube and type in Podcast Happy Hour, or even if you follow us on Instagram or I'm sorry, on Twitter, we tweeted out there. If you have not watched the version of Podcast Happy Hour where we were all together back in March at the cabin, please do. So, love my girls. I am missing them. I cannot wait for us to do this again. I guess we're going to plan something else. Not sure that it's going to be a cabin, but we're going to plan something else, and hopefully we'll be able to bring y'all some more content. So, the reason why I'm sounding like this, so you guys hear I'm sniffling, I'm a little bit winded. I got a little bit of a cough. I got all types of shit going on. And you don't want to know why? It's because my allergies are whooping my ass. Do you hear me? Like, these allergies, this has been the worst allergy season that I have probably ever dealt with. So a few weeks ago, probably about 3 weeks ago, on like a Thursday or Friday, when I woke up, I just felt I just felt yucky. And the only way that I can explain it, I know this is going to sound real stupid. The only way that I could really explain it is that, you know how, like, for those of y'all that's, you know, like mid 30s and up, there was a time when you would turn on the television in the middle of the night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's just all static. It's just shh. That's all it is. That's what this reminded me of. I feel like it's just like white noise or stuffiness in my head. And it felt like sinus, but I didn't have sinus pressure. I didn't have any pain really. Like my face was a little tender to touch, but it wasn't like horrible. But also I was like very, very, very tired. And of course, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, please don't let me have COVID again. Like, cause that's kind of how it started last time. So of course I took a COVID test. That wasn't it. And then a friend of mine told me, like, you probably need to see the ear, nose, and throat doctor. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. It's been a long time. It's been probably, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 years since I've gotten an allergy test. And I have lived in several different places, since then. So it's probably best that I do it again. Now, the last time I got the allergy test, they pretty much told me I was allergic to cats, and I had a cat at the time, so I didn't, just know how that was working out. But and there were a couple other things they were just saying, like some seasonal type allergies or whatever. But they test for a whole lot of stuff. Like they test for like mold and cockroaches and just all types of shit. So, anyways, I went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor 2 weeks ago, and the man, he was so old, y'all. Like I probably should have did my research first. Like he was like hella old. Like and it's like the nurses were basically doing the nurses and the nurse practitioner or whatever is basically who's running this fucking office. Like he's like hella old, but he's a nice guy. But he was like the one that I could get in like right away. I was able to get in like the next day after I called. And when they did like this scope thing where they put this stuff in your nose and it tastes disgusting because it like goes down your throat, and looked up there and they're like, wow, like, yeah, you're pretty fucked up. Like basically is what he said in doctor's terms. Like your nose, your whole nose is inflamed. It looks like, the back of your throat, everything is, you're definitely full of allergy. We need to find out what it is. And my guess was the fact that I live in front of a forest. Like there's dozens, if not like hundreds probably, of trees in my backyard. Not in my backyard, but like past my fence. Like I literally live in front of some property that's like a forest. And I've never had that like that. So that was my guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's probably what it is. They're like, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to stop taking all of your allergy medication for at least 10 days. I'm like, what? So basically, you want me to die? Like, I don't know how any of this is supposed to work. And they're like, no, you should be okay. But if it gets too bad, give us a call, whatever, what have you. We need this to cleanse out so that you can do the allergy test. So I guess you can't have any type of like antihistamines or anything like that in your system when they do the test. So finally, yesterday, I went and got the test. And they did the little I don't know if you guys know, but it's like these little like this little bar with these little like pricks on it. And the pricks have like whatever you're allergic to, like some sort of oil, and they prick your skin. So it was like 6 different pricks, but it was like 50 something prongs altogether, I want to say. I can't remember, 50 or 60 prongs altogether. And they're like, it's going to itch, whatever have you. I'm like, okay. And I had to sit there with that stuff on me for 15 minutes, and it was definitely itching, especially in one area, like on my right arm. And so, come to find out, They come back and they're like, well, looks like you are allergic to oak trees. And I'm like, okay, well, I figured it was going to be trees in the first place. Like, that's what I figured. Like, I try to go outside in the morning and sit in the backyard and, and I could stay out there a good 15, 20 minutes. And then I start to feel the effects of whatever the hell is in the air from the trees. So they're like, okay, well, since that's the only thing, because they didn't say cats, they didn't say any of that stuff, they decided to put me on a daily like prescription allergy medicine, some shit I ain't never even heard of. And like a twice a day nasal thing. And I hate when I say I hate them nasal things, y'all. Like I hate them so much, but I'm gonna have to try it. I actually just went and got my prescription, and I'll start taking it tonight. Like I'm supposed to take it at night before I go to bed, and I'm supposed to do the nasal thing at night before I go to bed and in the morning. So I will keep y'all updated. They say it's gonna take a few days for it to like set in and to like watch my mood or whatever. Because I guess this particular medication can make you moody. I don't know. So I'll do that and I'll let y'all know. But in the meantime, like during this recording, I'm gonna be sniffling and shit. But y'all will be all right. Um it's been 5 months since I've been in my house, guys. Every day I'm appreciating it a little bit more. um when I had my first out of town guests here, which were my homegirls from Podcast Happy Hour. So shout out to them. They were the first to come and take a look, and hopefully I was able to make them as comfortable as possible. Um, but yeah, I'm appreciating it more and more every day. I still have not painted my bathroom that's in my bedroom. I painted the bedroom, but I didn't paint the bathroom, and I still have not painted the guest room or like the hallway upstairs, which is why I like to do everything all at once, because when I take a break, like it's like I don't want to go back to it. So now I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna be able to go back and do that. It's not even like be able, it's like when am I gonna feel like it? I'm probably never gonna feel like it, but it is what it is. I gotta get it done. I also have to get the gutters clean, which my lawn guy said that he does that. So when he comes back to do my lawn again, he's gonna take a look and let me know how much that is gonna cost. Like I got a quote from somebody, and I was just like, damn, really is that much? I need to do this shit myself. But I should be able to maintain it. But this first time, like because the people that lived here before didn't do it, however long they lived here, they really didn't do much. So there's no telling what's in those gutters. Like I'm pretty sure that those gutters have never been cleaned, and I just don't want to be the one to go to clean it and like some sort of foreign ass like creature or some shit jumps out, and then I fall off the ladder, and then I just ain't in the mood for that, y'all. I'll again, I probably can maintain it, like if I can see that it's getting clogged up or whatever. But this first time, I don't know what's gonna be in there, so I'm gonna have to let them go ahead and take care of that. But yeah, so that's my little update. I mean, I've been well. I even went out, started back walking again. Like I ain't kept it up, but I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? I start walking again because I did gain some weight, of course. So I need to get back on that. But I did tell myself once I get these allergy medicines in my system again, and because what y'all have to realize is the allergy triggers asthma and eczema. So all three of these things are going on. The allergies trigger the asthma, and the asthma triggers the eczema. Like it's all three of these things working in conjunction to kill me. So I'm just gonna stay in the house until I can like get my shit together, right? I probably could get on a treadmill, but y'all know how I like to make excuses about this shit. But I'm gonna get lit. I can't do nothing but promise myself. So aside from that, everything's been well. Let's get to it.
Shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga.
All right, it's the Shut the Fuck Up Award. It's everybody's favorite part of the show for the most part. Shout out to Penrose, man. Shout out to my bro, Penrose Eames, who helped me step right back in like I never left last week. Came with some bomb ass Shut the Fuck Up Awards. Y'all know he's like the king of Shut the Fuck Up Awards. And I don't know if anybody can beat him out on that. Like if there's anybody out there that feels like y'all could really bring the heat, I'll do a part two. I can do a Shut the Fuck Up Awards part two with just a whole bunch of Shut the Fuck Up Awards. I'm good with that. There's plenty, right? You get on any social media and you can find several of them. Today I actually have a few, but I'm gonna see how many I'm gonna do. The first one that comes to mind, like I said, I went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor. And the first time I went, I mean, I had the same like nurse each time, right? And you can always kind of tell when, it's a person of Caucasian persuasion that is dating like black folks. You can kind of always tell, right? There's always some sort of like weird, like I don't want to say swag, but like way that they talk and stuff sometimes. Like it is what it is. But I already knew her deal. It was no big deal. Wasn't checking for nothing, right? So this last time I went, when I was getting the allergy test, she basically was telling me a story about how a black man, and she said that she's like, this older black man, he, had me go to the store to get cheesecloth. She's like, you know what cheesecloth is? I'm like, yeah, I know what cheesecloth is. She's like, girl, he had me all the way down. I'm all in the cheese, where the cheese at, trying to look for cheesecloth. He just had me out there looking so stupid. He. But yeah, girl, and nothing. No, I'm not saying anything about wrong about black men or whatever because I'm married to one and I love my chocolate black man. How, bitch, could you please shut the fuck up? Because nobody act. First of all, I am here because I am dying of apparently of these hundreds of oak trees in my backyard. And you have to point the fuck out that you're married to a black man. Why do I need to know this? Is there a reason why you volunteered this information when all you had to do was say, hey, here's a trick. Get you some cheesecloth, put it in where your air filters are, and it'll serve as an extra layer of filter, dust filtration in your house, and it'll make you a little bit more. That's like. I didn't have to hear the whole story. I didn't have to know that it was a black man that told her, an older black man that told her this, and I didn't have to know that she was fucking one. I'm not fucking that nigga. I don't really care who you're married to. That was my first shut the fuck up award. Second shut the fuck up award. Um so I guess this is kind of a two piece. Some guy, probably young guy, was on Twitter and he said, I'll date another nigga baby mama before dating a bitch that doesn't want kids. I'm not really like, okay, nigga, whatever. But what caught my attention was this quote tweet from this girl who says, I think the only women that don't want kids are sex workers. It's not normal to be a woman and not want kids at some point in life. She looks like she's probably 21. I need y'all to understand that there really are people out here that don't want children. Like they just don't feel like that's for them. Like why did you have to categorize a woman who doesn't have a child as a sex worker? Did you know that there's lots of women out here that don't have children that just haven't been able to be in the right situation to have children? Did you know that there's women that actually can't have children? Like there's just so many things here and I just don't really understand what made this young lady feel like she could say this. I'm over it. So she can also shut the fuck up. Um, I feel like I had another one, but I don't know what I did with it. Like I definitely had another one, but I guess that's enough. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. We're gonna go ahead and get into the show. So honestly, as I'm recording this, I still don't really know exactly what I'm going to name this episode. And initially, it's whatever happened to. But a lot of these artists that I'm going to mention, I realize that people really don't even know who they are. Like, so I might need to call it something else. I just might need to call it something else. I got this idea. You know how every once in a while you'll hear a song, like it'll be so random, and it's probably you probably won't hear it on the radio. Like maybe you have, you there's a playlist or something that you haven't listened to in a very long time, and you'll hear this song. And most of the songs that are on my playlist are 90s, like early nine like the 90s and early 2000s. Like that's still a lot of what I listen to, even though I am picking up on newer, more recent music, but that's a lot of what I listen to. And what I realize is, especially when it comes to R&B, like I there are just some artists that what I can say is I realize that how some artists are regional. I don't know why I'm so tongue tied. And I believe a couple of the artists that I'm going to mention today were more regional. Like I heard them in Ohio, whereas the people in the South probably were not as familiar. Or there may be an artist that was in Miami that, a lot, just like I remember the first time I heard Kaya, like My Neck, My Back Kaya, like I was in Florida when I first heard her. And then I went back home and it was probably a year before I actually heard her on the radio. You see what I'm saying? Like it took her that long to make it out of, which, back then it was that was like my first time going to Florida too. So that was probably like, or my first time being on a plane and everything. So that was probably like 20 years ago. So, back then it was a little bit, more tough for music to travel the way, it's a lot easier now. Everything is digital. Like it's literally at everybody's fingertips. Back then we had to sit and wait for the shit to come on the radio, you know what I'm saying? Or wait for a video to drop on MTV or something like that. So some of these artists, you may not, know 'em. But I came across a song and I just felt like I wanted to talk about these people. So first up, do y'all know who Rashad Thomas is? Rashad Thomas. And I'm going to try something a little different here, y'all. I said I wasn't even going to announce that and I was just going to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and try something a little different. Hopefully y'all will be able to hear the music and shit that I'm going to play in the background. I'm probably going to get flagged for all this shit on YouTube, but it is what it is. So anyways, Rashad Thomas. Rashad Thomas had a song called Sweet Misery, has a song called Sweet Misery. Hopefully, y'all can hear it okay in the background with me talking over it. This is literally one of my favorite songs. I say that about a lot of songs, but this is definitely one of my favorite songs. Rashad dropped Sweet Misery in 2003. He's from Columbus, Ohio. And I didn't realize that until I started doing the research on this. I didn't realize that he was from Columbus. Y'all know I'm from Toledo, so big up to the home team. He dropped this single in 2003. And I feel like I hadn't heard anything else from him. Like when the song came up in an old playlist, I think I was like transferring the music over from my old phone to this phone, and I have like some actual tracks on there. And this was one of the tracks. First of all, what did Rashad know about the perfect pain? when it comes to a relationship. What did this man know? Anyways, Rashad, again, you we heard Sweet Misery in 2003. Um, Here and there, like again, I heard it a lot up north. It was on the radio a lot. Up north, I'm not sure if a lot of people have heard it down here, but he is he calls himself a hip hop producer. He says, as much as I am a hip hop producer, I am a singer songwriter too, in almost like he said, in almost like a folk music sense. So he has a couple of projects. He has, let me see. It says Maslin born rapper Staley's 2011 breakout project, Lincoln Way Heights. Is something that he produced, something that Rashad produced. So right now he's and his label is called Elevator Music, and actually he says Elevator a lot on the Sweet Misery track. But if you've never heard of Rashad Thompson, please look him up and please listen to this song. No, I said I wasn't gonna sing, but I'm lying. It's like the perfect pain. I mean, oh my God, what did he know about the fucking perfect pain? He said, "You are my sweet misery." What did he know about this? He was a child. I hate to admit it, but you're my everything. So please, please check Rashad out. I still don't know what I'm gonna name the video, y'all. I mean, what I'm gonna name this episode, y'all. I really just do not know because again, I'm pretty sure that as I played that song, there's a lot of people that probably didn't know who the fuck it was and they've probably never heard it. If you are a fan of anything R&B 90s, I need you, or early 2000s when this came out, I need you to take a listen to that. I'm gonna try to remember to link all of this stuff in the show notes. As a matter of fact, I did a playlist on YouTube. So I'll link the playlist so that you guys can watch the videos. Some of them are videos, some of them are just music because there wasn't an actual video. So that's the first artist I wanted to talk about. This next artist, I learned a little bit about him as I was doing this research. This is another song that I actually came across just randomly, right? Well, let me think. Was I listening to, was there a mix on the radio or something? There was something going on. His name is Lorenzo Smith, and the name of the song is Make Love to Me. He's from Florida. I think, let me see, this song may have dropped. Oh, let me see if I have it. When did it? So as a matter of fact, he had a couple of albums. I'm on Wiki, y'all. It says in 1990, Lorenzo put out his first album, Let Me Show You. The album was released with Alpha International through CEMA Records. The album's title track reached number 64 on the R&B charts, while the album's on other single, TikTok, reached 41. I ain't never heard none of them songs. On Lorenzo's sophomore effort, the song Real Love reached number 6 on the R&B charts, follow up with Make Love to Me and I Can't Stand the Pain, which reached number 21 and 22 on the charts respectively. Again, I have never heard any of those songs. The only one that I've heard was this. And when I heard it, I was like, oh my God. Like this, what? This song is amazing. You want to talk about a love making song? It says Make Love to Me. I need y'all to listen to it. I need y'all to look it up. I need you to throw it on an old school playlist. One thing that stood out to me while I was doing the research on Lorenzo was that his album Love on My Mind, which let's see, when was this one? 1995. Love on My Mind was released on Luke Campbell's Luke Records. Who would have known that? I had no idea that Luke had R&B artists. Like, I'm really sitting here going through my head, like I probably know of them, like I probably have heard them, but didn't know that they were on Luke's label. So that was a nice little tidbit. If you didn't know, now you know. But again, check the playlist, and I want y'all to take a listen to it. Girl, don't make me wait. Make love to me. So, I also, if y'all could, as I'm going through these, and for those of y'all that tweet at me or hit me up one way or another telling me that you've heard the episode, let me know if you know these folks. Let me know if you know these folks. Like I need to know. Like I need to know that I wasn't the only one outside for these artists. You understand what I'm saying? Like for these particular artists. I'm not sure if Lorenzo is doing anything right now. I could not find anything recent. The last thing that was on here says as of 2015, Smith continues to perform and featured on the single I Know No More by Razor. I don't even know who Razor is, so I don't know. That's that on that. So I didn't know how this episode was gonna go, y'all. I don't be never knowing how the shit gonna go, but we gonna keep pushing forward. So the next one, this next artist, I hope, like I want to say that at the very least you're gonna know the song, like the actual song that I'm gonna play. But there's a couple of different songs that he had that you'll probably be familiar with. Um, and I I think that I did not get the right information that I wanted to get on this artist. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started anyway and just tell y'all what I know. This artist, his name is Sean Kane. Sean Kane is from my hometown, Toledo, Ohio. This song, Mistreated, again, y'all know what I'm gonna say. It's one of my favorite songs ever. This man is so soulful. Reminds me, I won't say he reminds me of him, but I would say that they were kind of have a similar flavor. Life Jennings, who's actually one of my favorite artists as well. Everybody my favorite, right? Not everybody, but for the most part. Um, this song Mistreated was on the Ali soundtrack. It's so hard to find though. So just like Rashad stuff is not on like Spotify or anything. Like you can't find it. I want to say something by Sean Kane is on Spotify, and I can't remember right now. Like it's on streaming. What made me think about Sean, actually, I had listened to this song a long time ago. A week later, I was on Tagged, and somebody from Toledo came in my live and we're talking. I'm like, oh, I'm from Toledo. He's like, oh, I am too. He was like, you know who Sean Kane is? I'm like, Mistreated Sean Kane? Like, yeah, you know my Mistreated? And he's like, yeah. He's like, that's my brother. And I'm like, word. So he said, he was like, yeah. So I asked him, I'm like, well, is he making music? Like, what is he doing? How's he doing it? I don't think, and I don't want to start any rumors either, y'all, but I'm just going to say this. I want to say that he was trying to say that he was locked up right now. And again, I don't know. Like, I don't want to, like, I don't want to put no whatever out. But he said he was locked up or whatever, basically, is what I got from the conversation. And because he said something like, yeah, he down right now. Whatever. I know it'd be different lingo when niggas be in jail. But anyway, he sent me a video. I'm gonna play it. This is the song though, just by the way. This is the song. Like, I don't know how he ended up on the Ali soundtrack. If you listen to it though, so very soulful. Another song he had was You Send Me on the Dirty Dancing soundtrack. But one song that y'all may remember from him also is a song called Like Whitney Loves Bobby. I probably should have played it. I probably should have had it queued up, and I probably should have played it because it was like such a bop. I mean, like, everybody loved this song. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Maybe on YouTube. Is it going to give me a? Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Hopefully. Oh no, y'all ain't gonna be able to hear it. Anyways, it's a bop. So I'm going to share this video now. This video, y'all, is a little. It's. I guess I could have shared the other video with the Whitney Loves Bobby, but I really just feel like I don't have time for that right now. The video, if you're not watching, you probably want to go to YouTube right now and just go to like the 35-minute mark so that y'all can see this video. Um, it's pretty hood-tastic. I'm not being judgmental. It just is what it is. I mean, like, it's pretty. It's pretty hood-tastic. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can share it and see if I can play it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see if I can get this to work. Y'all bear with me. It's called Let Her Fly. And it says share audio. Hopefully y'all can see it. And I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this guy right here. This is him in the black hat. Because I'm not like you. Get up on this game. He can still blow. Y'all gotta go see the video. I know you heard me. Again, it sounds very soulful. Yes. I mean, and apparently this new song, I don't know if it's ever gonna come out because I think he's locked up. But I wish him well, is what I want to say. I wish him well. And I hope that he at some point gets on the straight and narrow if he's not already. But Sean Kane, yo, from Toledo, Ohio, like, had hits and a couple of hits anyway. Again, I don't know if you saw if you watched Ali, and that was the kind of, was it a documentary? I guess it was kind of like a documentary movie or whatever about Muhammad Ali, that where Will Smith played Muhammad Ali. Excuse me. So yeah, that's that. Two more to go. Y'all ready? Let's see. Who is next? Okay. This artist, I decided to use this artist because I tweeted some weeks ago about him, and I got no interaction on this tweet. Zero, like no interaction whatsoever. And this like song and this guy has always been like it's always been a very like intriguing story for me, even though I think I found out that the story that I heard about it is not true. The man's name is Chris Bender, and the song is called Who Will I Choose. This song is a classic trash ass cheating ass nigga trying to choose on who he wants to be with. Basically, it's one lady who feeds his mind, and it's another lady that feeds him sexually. Basically, he likes them both. It was a great song. I can't. I'm trying to see, when did he drop? I think this was like maybe early 90s. At the age of 14, he formed a professional singing group called Steady Life with his two brothers and two cousins. And by 16, he dropped out of school and made a single, both a single and an album, both called Baby Girl. I have not heard either one of those. It says at the same time, and this is actually a story that I'm reading from AP News, and I always say that I'm gonna put the damn links in, and I never do, but hopefully I do. He he was I don't know if I want to necessarily say trouble, but he was trying to get out the hood, basically. Like, he was allegedly involved in like a drive by, like that he was arrested for. But I don't think that he was like maybe like charged for, but he did have like cocaine possession and a gun charge and all this shit. Then he got a record deal, and then he dropped this single, and then he was killed. Like, he was sitting in a car. Let's see, it says he was at his mom's house, and then he went outside. He sat in his car with his 17-year-old cousin, and someone fired 15 to 16 shots into the car, killing Bender. His cousin was not hurt. Witnesses reported 3 men in hooded sweatshirts ran from the scene, and I believe that at some point they charged somebody for this. Now, let me tell you why I said this was like a unique story. The reason why I said that is because the rumor was he was killed because of the whatever relationships he was having with these two girls. Again, this is a rumor. I could not find anything about this on the internet. The way that I remember the story is he was cheating. He was trying to figure out who he wanted to be with, and one of the women either killed him or had him killed. That's what the rumor was. I don't know. Do y'all know who Chris Bender is? If you know who Chris Bender is, shoot me a tweet. If you've ever heard this song, please shoot me a tweet. Like, I just need to know that somebody else has heard this song aside from me. And I hope y'all can hear it good enough. YouTube gonna flag the fuck out of me. I don't care. Wondering which day. Hey, he was singing about this shit too. Classic trash ass 90s music that I loved, right? I didn't know how this episode was gonna go. I say that all the time, right? Let me get to the last one. This last artist, I decided to do this because I don't even know why or what happened, but I think it was on 420 and I was live streaming on Tag. And for whatever reason, this song and this person pops in my mind. And I do like these random like verses on there where you're like, you know, put your name basically in a pool and they'll pick another person and you'll talk to them for like 3 minutes just on some random shit, like some people you probably don't know. And I was asking people questions. And my question was, do you know who Antonelli is? Now, I came to Twitter around that same time because I was asking people, like I asked the group chat, I asked again, I probably asked 30 people on Tagged who Antonelli was. And nobody, well, I won't say nobody, but there was a lot of people that could not tell me who Antonelli was. But when I told them who he was and the song that he sang or the song that he performed, people kind of was like, oh, that's him? Let's talk about Antonelli. Antonelli is like a motherfucking hood staple to me. I mean, he's from like what? Oh, he's from New York. I low key thought he was from like Florida or some shit, but he's from New York. Um, and the name of the song is "Put It in Your Mouth." Like, at some point in time, if you were anywhere outside in the 90s, you know who Antonelli is. Put it in your mouth, hit the radio. Well, they said it hit underground, and I'm on Wiki. Hit underground in 1996. It's just one of them songs that if you've heard it, you know it. It's real ratchet. It's now what I didn't know about Antonelli during this time. Well, so first of all, he had 3 studio albums: Vagina Dinner in 1993, Octopus in 1999, and Anaconda in 2001. Um, I had the only song I've ever heard from him is "Put It in Your Mouth," and that's all I really needed from him. Right, like this is all I needed from him. It will forever play in at most old school parties. It is a jam. It is a staple. It is a hood classic type of a jam. Okay, I need y'all to know who Antonelli is. What I did not know about Antonelli was that he like did some porn. Like he did like had like some porn situations. He opened up a strip club in Las Vegas in May 2012, it looks like. Damn, it looked like that shit was over May 2019 because it said he got evicted out of there. And he was also on Drink Champs. And what was that? 2016. I had no idea. So those are the artists that I wanted to bring to y'all attention that y'all probably forgot about. Like, or that you never even knew. Like, I don't know. What am I gonna call this, guys? I don't know. Hopefully I come up with a good name. But either way it go, I just wanted y'all to hear this good classic shit that I have been like, vibing to, that I've been vibing to, I've been listening to. All of these songs are like in my rotation, like all the time, especially now, like after I found them again, right? Like Sweet Misery, I have to play on YouTube because again, it's not on any streaming services, so that makes it tough. Um, but yeah, that's really all I got for the day. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm so sorry for like the coughing and the sniffling and all of that, but I don't feel horrible. I'm just tired of sniffling and all this, that, and the third. Again, I want to thank you. Thank you to everyone who picked up right where I left off, right? Who when I left off and I picked up, y'all picked up too. Cause the same people are listening, it looks like, as far as like my numbers are concerned. I'm I'm happy about that. Like, thank you. Thank you for being a fan. Thank you for coming and listening or watching the Lit Life podcast. You can also find me on Tagged. I'm Autumn the Aries on there. I stream live daily. Um and I think that's it. I feel like I'm leaving something out. I'm pretty sure I'm leaving something out because I leave something out every week. But I hope if this was your first episode, I hope you loved it. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, go listen to another one and just make sure you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go and listen somewhere else and just make sure. But, anyways, until y'all hear me or see me again, peace.